Cigarettes. In a society that is plagued with ignorance and nonchalant attitude towards almost everything moral, it has become quite difficult to get answers you seek without being labeled as oversabi or boring. Now, if you put up a warning sign as a billboard, some people would ignore it and do the exact opposite of what is written on that billboard. Now, this is the case of the familiar warning label at the back of our infamous cigarette packs, which says all smokers are liable to die young. Now, despite this, you see men in their 70s still smoking in packs every single day. And as a curious creature, you wonder what's going on. Aren't they supposed to be dead if this truly kills? Well, wait for it. Welcome to the Health Show. My name is Ezekiel, and thank you for joining us today. Today, we'll be talking about cigarettes. A cigarette is a thin cylinder of finely cut tobacco rolled in a paper for smoking. Like they understand that. The cigarette is lit at one end, causing it to smolder. Now, the resulting smoke is orally inhaled from the opposite end into the lungs. Cigarette smoking is the most common method of tobacco consumption. It was invented in Igara, actually, with Africa as a target market of the tobacco industry. According to a study, there are approximately 600 ingredients in cigarette aside from tobacco. Now, when burned, cigarettes create more than 7,000 chemicals. At least 69 of these chemicals are known to cause cancer, and many are toxic. Many of these chemicals are also found in consumer products, but these products have warning labels such as rat poison packaging and the rest. While the public is warned about the danger of poisons in these products, there is no warning for the toxins in tobacco smoke. Now, one of the many hundreds of chemicals found in cigarette is nicotine. Nicotine is the addictive chemical that is in cigarette. Nicotine is very addictive, and people who are addicted to smoking, they do it because of the nicotine present in cigarette. Now, they continue smoking out of choice because they have a nicotine addiction. However, it is important to know that nicotine doesn't cause cancer, but is responsible for keeping people addicted long enough for other toxic chemicals like arsenic in rat poison, beryllium used in nuclear reactors, cadmium, which is an active compound in car batteries, and amongst others, to do harm to that person. Now, without this addictive nicotine, the tobacco company would be a multi-million-dollar company as of today. Now, cigarette smoking harms nearly every organ of the body, causes many diseases, and reduces the health of smokers in general. Now, according to a study by PubMed Central, tobacco smoking or cigarette smoking is the single most important cause of preventable and premature deaths globally. Imagine that. Now, the World Health Organization (WHO) estimates that tobacco kills nearly 7 million people annually, and 100 million deaths are recorded over the course of the 20th century, more than COVID. Now, more than 6 million of these deaths are the result of direct tobacco use, while close to a million deaths are a result of non-smokers being exposed to secondhand smoke. Now, already, non-communicable disease account for more than 80% of premature deaths in developing countries like Nigeria. Now, add this to the fact, and this is true, that close to 80% of the world's 1 billion smokers live in low to middle income countries like Nigeria. Now, this should tell you how deep the mess we are in. Now, imagine living in areas with lots of thugs who smoke constantly. Even if you are not a smoker, you are prone to a communicable disease caused by tobacco as a second-hand smoker. Now, suppose you are very social and like outing a lot, like in bars or clubs where smoking and drinking are constantly going on. Even if you don't smoke, you are exposing yourself to harm as a second-hand smoker. No one is safe from this, and it is sad that even the National Tobacco Control Act that was signed in 2015, most public places are yet to be smoke free due to poor implementation. Now, in Nigeria, most smokers begin smoking during their adolescent years from age 12 and 14. And some reports have shown that some of them start at a much younger age, at 11. They grow into the habit of smoking, making nicotine addiction challenging to curb. Now, these adolescents soon grow into an adult and serve as role models to young ones. However, a vicious cycle of cigarette addiction is born. According to a study, the majority of adolescent smokers copy the habit from a parent or guardian. Tell me, is a 30-year-old lady who shared her journey of cigarette addiction. Now, in her words, her first interaction with cigarettes started when she was just 9 years old. Her dad was a smoker, and out of curiosity, she tried smoking one day when he wasn't around. And she started smoking habitually with male friends when she was in secondary school, and it continued until adulthood. This is what I quote: I have struggles with cigarettes. First of all, I am asthmatic, and I know I shouldn't be smoking, but something must kill a man. The first time I realized I had to stop smoking was when I discovered that I was smoking one pack of cigarettes in 2 days when I was still serving in 2013. Continued. Sometime last year, I tried limiting myself to smoking a maximum of 4 sticks per week and only on weekends. That worked for about 2 months, but I started smoking again. Now I usually tell myself just 1 month till I fell off totally. I've heard of nicotine patches, but I haven't made any efforts to get on it. I've also tried e-cigarettes, but that was just a waste of money because I ended up craving normal cigarettes. Another victim, Dari, 29, share this. I started smoking in secondary when I was 14. My dad was a smoker, so naturally I became curious. It wasn't a habit, but I was smoking occasionally because I thought it was cool. I started smoking regularly in university when I started to learn about my panic attacks, anxiety, and depression episodes. Now they were really stressful to deal with, so I started to smoke to take the edge off. I have always been aware of the dangers of cigarettes, but I never gave it much thought until a personal event occurred and I became pre-hypertensive. Now my heartbeat rose drastically during the panic attack. Now this meant I had to make a lifestyle changes, so I decided to cut down some more. Gary went ahead to go cold turkey on smoking. Now he went a few days without smoking a stick, but he lapsed. As of the time of shooting this video, he was still trying to quit for good. Like I said, cigarette smoking harms every organ of the body. Here are some of the harmful effects that cigarette causes. Now, there's lung cancer, there's respiratory disorder, there's heart disease, there's increased risk for infection, there's premature aging because of the wrinkles and dark patches, there's reproductive issues. Smoking is known to cause fertility problems in both men and women and increases the risk of pregnancy complications, especially miscarriages, premature birth weight, low birth weight, and birth defects. Smoking has also been shown to affect the menstrual function in females by shortening their life cycle and increasing ovulation, which may also contribute to infertility. Now, in addition, it is important to note that our DNA controls how our cells grow and behave. That DNA damage can cause cells to act in ways that they are not supposed to, which can lead to cancer. Now, chemicals in tobacco smoke damage the DNA. These include the parts of the DNA that protect our cells from becoming cancerous. So there are chemicals in tobacco smoke that stop our cells from repairing damaged DNA. Now, this makes it even more likely for cancer to develop. Now, if you smoke, the best thing you can do for yourself is to stop as soon as you see you're watching this video. I know how difficult it can be, but there is no part of smoking that is good for your health. So the best thing you can do for your health is quit smoking. And there are few ways for you or someone you know to quit smoking. Now, there's a therapy called nicotine patch. Remember that other person mentioned it, or it's called NRT for short, now, which is sadly overlooked by many smokers that are trying to quit smoking. Now, I don't know if this is because the therapy attached to it is quite demeaning, but you can easily walk into your registered community pharmacy and speak to a pharmacist or speak to your doctor, who will refer you to a clinical pharmacist for treatment. Now, you don't need a prescription to purchase a nicotine patch. Now, nicotine patch or NRT is available in pharmacies nationwide. However, in my opinion, it is not advisable to use e-cigarettes or vaping as nicotine replacement therapy. Now, they will only make you crave the real thing even more. Besides, vaping is more dangerous than the actual smoking. I will talk about that in another video. Now, I want to talk to you about the different types of cigarettes, but I do not want to whet the appetite of anyone who is trying to fight the urge to try cigarettes. Now, please, no matter the pressure, do not try it. It is common and easy to access, and it kills. Cigarette causes a very debilitating cough that causes a massive wasting of the lungs. Now, well, I've said a lot in this video. All I can say is that a word is enough for the wise. So please try avoid those friends you usually go out with that makes you smoke. Now, try to ensure you look for another pastime. If cigarette is what you use to pass your time, look for something else to occupy your time, and then ensure that you are able to speak to a loved one or a relative whenever you are fighting that urge to smoke. Remember to like, share, and comment on this video. Tell us your smoking experience and how you overcome, if you have overcome smoking. Thank you very much for staying to the end of this video. See you in my next video. Bye for now.